Hey, and welcome today to Ask a House Cleaner. I'm super excited that you guys are joining me today. And today I've got a really fun show planned. I've got Sean O'Rourke with me here, and he is the National Marketing Director of Floor Coverings International. And he's going to give us all the deets about how to clean floors properly. And I know we get lots of questions from you guys about cleaning floors. What are the do's? What are the don'ts? How does it work? All the things. So I'm really, really excited to have him here today to join us. So please help me welcome Sean O'Rourke.
Well, hello, Angela.
Well, hey there. How are you today?
I'm doing awesome.
Mary says, what is the best product to clean wooden, not hardwood floors? And I don't know the difference between wooden and hardwood because we throw them all into one great big lump sum. What is the best way to answer that?
Yeah, I'm a little confused on that one too, Angela. I'm not sure if wooden floors means it's in an older home where maybe it's not like a pre-finished floor. But to me, I wouldn't really separate those two. Typically, as long as it's again a cleaning product designed for hardwoods, I wouldn't see why you would not be able to use those for wooden floors.
Can we talk for a second about using vinegar on floors? Because when I started my cleaning business, I used vinegar on floors because that's what my grandmother did. And we didn't realize we were actually stripping some of that finish off. Can you tell us how we clean our floors with, and I'm talking about modern floors because in the last 15, 20 years, those waxed floors are going away. We're not waxing floors like we used
Yeah,
to.
yeah. And again, I think a lot of what you're going to experience in the flooring world or floor cleaning world is how old the floor is. So again, there's lots of cleaning products out there, but vinegar can be used obviously we talked about carpet, and certainly in hard surfaces. If you put a cup of white vinegar in a bucket of mild or lukewarm water and a little bit of dishwashing liquid, like a Dawn or some fairy liquid or whatever, certainly you can clean almost any hard surface floor with that. Again, as long as you're not using too much moisture, there is really no harm done. And certainly vinegar, it has the ability to remove odors, remove stains, and certainly to this day, it's still getting used. And really, again, as long as you're diluting it correctly, no harm done.
And I think that's the key. I want to highlight what he just said about diluting. We've had lots of house cleaners in the past using straight vinegar. And while straight vinegar is awesome in your laundry, it can strip the finish off the floors. And so, what Sean said about diluting, again, this goes back to the concentrates. If you will read the labels and you'll be really careful to remember, we're going back to a pH neutral, right? On hardwood floors, especially. And our vinegar is a 2.5, which is a really strong acid. And so if we dilute that properly, it removes amazing things like dog slobber and ground in food and spilled soups and greases and all that kind of stuff. It's fantastic if diluted properly. So you guys just heard it from Sean. He said dilute it. Okay. So again, like he said, you've got Google and all the stuff handy, but make sure that you're thinking of the flooring type and the type of soil that you're trying to remove. So that's awesome. All right, we have, and this is from Rachel Rose. She says, hi, and please could you tell me how to clean very old, dull, red quarry tiles on a farmhouse kitchen floor?
So typically red quarry tiles, they are unglazed. So certainly that dirt can get really ground in there. So first of all, I would use maybe a bristle vacuum to basically try to agitate the surface because obviously, over the years, lots of stuff have gotten on that flooring. So I would use a coarse bristle brush to get the top of the surface opened up and then just again, use a good quality tile cleaner. Typically, a tile cleaner that just cleans ceramic tile will also have the right chemical makeup to clean quarry tile. And then obviously grout, again, typically quarry tile had a very, very thick grout joint. And the tile cleaners, typically, they will clean the grout as well. But if you're also trying to make the grout maybe back to its original color, that's going to require a little bit of elbow grease and not a general cleaning. But a coarse bristle brush over that red quarry tile would be the first thing I would do. And then it's possibly going to take multiple cleanings to get that surface cleaned. And again, that floor has been down there plenty long. So if you use a more coarse bristle brush with the cleaning solution, you're not going to harm it.
And I want to highlight that too. because what Sean just told us was multiple cleanings. It's going to require a brush, it's going to require some elbow grease. And when you go in to clean 1900s flooring, we have to be really clear about setting proper expectations, because we're not going to take an old 1900s floor and we're going to bring it back to 2023 standards and make it look brand spanking new again. We've got a lot of homeowners that are like, hey, can you make my old floor look brand new? No, it's an old flooring. And so we have to set realistic expectations. And if you are the cleaner, you got to set a parameter of this is what you can expect and this is how much it's going to cost, because we do have to use some elbow grease and some scrubbing and all the other things. Right. So I love that he just set some very realistic expectations, and not all floors you're just going to put some magic dust on them and poof, they look brand new again. It doesn't work that way. Sean, where can our listeners go to find you?
Well, certainly we know where to find everything today is go onto Google and just put in flooring near you. We usually come up, but certainly www.floorcoveringsinternational.com, and that will send you to the nearest franchisee.
Thank you so much, you guys, for today. This was awesome. And until we see you again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.